Don't react to them negatively. Respond to their feelings and correct them in love. Respond to their feelings, correct them in love. Let them know where they hurt you or the things that they do. But you would have to say it in a way that doesn't sound sarcastic or patronizing or as if you're condemning them, because people don't respond to condemnation. They respond to love. People don't respond to condemnation. When you condemn people, it's difficult for you to bring them back to where they want to. And I don't believe in tough love, but even when we're passing, teaching people a lesson, let them take the lesson without being broken from taking the lessons from us, so that if instead of them taking the lessons from us, they are broken. They are so broken that they can't even do that which we want to achieve in them. So respond to their feeling, correct them in love, let them know where they've hurt you, say it, and then leave it there and believe and pray about it. Now, don't condemn them and use their weakness as a weapon in your relationship or marriage. Some of us use the excesses of our spouse, in the midst of an argument. We use it to condemn them, make them feel less than or more guilty or less than they are. We shouldn't be doing that even to our children or our spouse. We should be very careful that even when we have a love relationship with our spouse and a love relationship with our children, as a parent to children relationship, we should be very careful not to condemn them or use their weaknesses against them, because that itself does not bring glory to God. Now, take your fears and issues to God. We need to understand that every of our fears and issues must go to God. Man is selfish. Man is generally selfish. Only God is the ultimate standard of selflessness. And we cannot depend on self-righteousness to justify that we are better than other people. Remember, it's not of him that willeth or runneth, but of God that showeth mercy. Some of us are capable of loving, of being kind and more humble and doing something because of the grace of God that is riding in our life, riding upon our life, riding so mightily in us that people see us and they don't understand how we got that far. But everything came true by grace. Now set an example and encourage them to follow or do suit. Set an example, encourage them to follow or do suit. Because when people see you, I found when you live with someone and they bring in negative energy and you're like, God, I'm married, I'm not going to get out of this marriage. You can start to be the example. Do the right thing and believe God that He will show you the light, He will show you the way, and He will come into that marriage. Be the center of it, because you have to keep asking Him to come in and be the center. The eyes of the Lord are grown, and that reminds me what happened in the book of Chronicles about Asa. I don't know whether you know about Asa, the king that went to rely on man instead of relying on God when he wanted to win a particular battle. You can't rely on man. You can't rely on yourself or your spouse. You can't rely on outsiders to solve your issues for you. If they are not directed by God or have that godly wisdom, they will put your home in asunder. So be wise and let your relationship with Christ set a sound foundation for what happens in your home. Now, don't feed the flames of their bad. Don't feed the flames of their bad behavior or selfishness. Some people say, "Well, he's selfish. That's how his father is. That's how he is." And then indirectly you're saying that's how he is. That's how our children are going to be. Don't fan the flame. Don't feed the flame. Don't put words out there and put a permanent mark on something that you want to get rid of. That's like giving room for all the bad energy, bad and negative things to come and settle in your home. Don't do that. Keep saying, God, my husband received the spirit of selflessness. He received the spirit of kindness and of love. This fruit of the spirit begin to ride in him, begin to walk in him, begin to work things together for good in our home. Begin to say the positive things and begin to put them to life by the words of your mouth. For out of the abundance of the heart, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. We speak out of the abundance of our heart, and most of the time what we say becomes the reality that we live it for the rest of our life. So instead of saying negative things, why don't you speak positive things to yourself, your spouse, and your children that God has loaned you? I believe God has loaned us the things that we have in our life.